It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like 100 grand.
You are listening to Inspired Insider with your host, Dr. Jeremy Wise.
Dr. Jeremy Weiss here. I'm founder of InspiredInsider.com, where I talk with inspirational entrepreneurs like the founders of P90X, Atari, many more, how they overcome big challenges in life and business. This is part of the e-commerce mastery series where top sellers and experts teach you what really works to boost your e-commerce business. Our sponsor today is Rise25.com, where entrepreneurs of 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses come together live and in person every few months to solve their biggest business challenges and leave with lifelong friendships. Check out Rise25.com, run by myself and co-founder John Corcoran. It's application only. I'm really excited. Today we have Russell Sachs, founder of Campus Protein. He started a national supplement company while attending Indiana University and grew it to over 1,200 sales reps. He went from 0 to 7 figures in revenue. Russell, thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me, Jeremy. I appreciate it.
So right now you use Shopify. Any specific apps that you like on Shopify or any other type of software?
We use Yotpo for our reviews, and Yotpo's been absolutely amazing. They are constantly rolling out really cool features and things that we potentially will want to build out ourselves, but we'll be able to just easily plug in using their API. So Yotpo we like a lot.
How do you spell that?
YOTPO.
Okay.
So that's a big one for us. This isn't an app, but we recently just integrated Apple Pay, which has been working really well for us on mobile as well as the desktop, and our customers seem to really like that as well.
College students
college students, they're very tech savvy, so and the checkout process is really a lot easier, and it's actually thanks to Shopify that we're able to do that. And probably the last thing that our customers tend to like the most is we give Facebook updates. So if you place an order from our site, we'll actually shoot you a Facebook private message for confirmation, and we'll give you updates along the way through Facebook message. So when it ships out, you'll get a thing. And
like a bot?
Well, it's somewhat, kind of like a bot. Yep.
Okay. That's cool. And then any other thing to manage like inventory or things like that you use?
We use a bunch of different things, honestly.
Yeah. What's the most challenging part right now? Because obviously you've overcome some of the software stuff. You have a lot of reps coming in, even thousands of applications of reps coming in.
I think the toughest thing for anyone is having a pulse on the market and where the market's going and things that are going to be new and exciting and innovative. And, I'd like to think that we're good at that. But again, that's something that's constantly changing. It's very dynamic. You never know. And that's kind of an ongoing job. So that's something that's always a challenge.
Yeah. And Russell, the other thing that's interesting, especially, that's what I always picture with reps or college, like there's always a lot of guerrilla marketing. What was something you thought would work really well and just didn't work?
I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of things. I just can't think of something right now. Let me think about that.
Yeah. So I want to ask, I always ask because it's Inspired Insider, two things. One, what's been the lowest moment in the business, and then what's been the proudest moment in the business? What's been the lowest?
The lowest moment for us, we had a situation where we were operating with that model of having inventory at a bunch of different schools. And at the time we were comparatively a lot smaller, and a bunch of inventory had gone missing. Enough inventory that we were like, this could potentially, ruin this business.
Someone's taking it, possibly.
We weren't exactly sure what was going on. But yeah, that wasn't fun. but again, we thankfully were able to figure out that model didn't work that well, and we're able to fix it.
That's tough because that's hard-earned money that you need to run the business.
Especially early on. I mean, I think you think about it when people start up a product-based business, one of their largest places they're putting money into is inventory, and that's your whole business. If that stuff goes missing, then that's it. So for us, it was let's figure out how to fix this or figure out where that inventory went and get that solved.
So you switched the model a bit.
That was part of that was part of it. That wasn't the only thing that made us go. Again, a bunch of the other things that we spoke about earlier, but again,
making the customer experience the same and all those
the same. I mean, when you get a package from Campus Protein, you want to have that same exciting feeling every single time, and we couldn't guarantee that with the other model.
It's tough.
So we want.
It's kind of cool though to have someone deliver to your door for your hand and
it was so cool. Yeah. It was so cool. We got a lot of compliments on it at the time, and it's always something that we think about, and we've done a couple test models in New York City and different things that we're working on, but
it's like Uber for body, protein.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Proudest. What's been a proud moment? I mean, obviously there's the business competition. That was a super amazing feat that allowed you to kind of do this full time. What else has been proud?
I mean, all the sales benchmarks aside, I think for me, Mike and Tarun, some of the proudest moments have been honestly some of the emails we've gotten from people just having absolutely incredible transformations. Some people like life-changing transformations. We've spoken to, again, it's a type of thing where you get to meet a ton of cool people, not just the reps, but the customers as well. And it's super inspiring. It's inspiring for us. It's humbling. We've dealt with customers who have had just the most incredible transformations we've ever seen, to people who overcame diseases. And
what do you mean?
So, for example, one of our customers was battling cancer, and they were losing a lot of weight, and they had heard about us, and we ended up becoming really close with this customer, and they ended up taking a mass gainer, and thankfully they don't currently have cancer anymore, and they're doing really well and they're really healthy. But just seeing that has been absolutely remarkable for us.
They were using that to kind of just keep the weight on that they were losing with the treatments and things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's another amazing transformation? You mentioned there's been some amazing. We've
seen it the other way. People who have, struggled. I mean, me personally, growing up.
I'll be honest. You're also like you. I don't lift a lot of weights, so I'm trying to. Yeah.
You mean transformation wise?
Yeah.
We've seen people who have, I don't want to say struggled their whole lives because they're not that old yet, but have struggled for a very long time with their weight, and we've gotten them on a program, and our reps have assisted them with different workout programs and regimens, coupled with really awesome supplements, and they've taken off a crazy amount of weight.
Yeah.
So kind of on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah. Russell, I have one last question. Before I ask it, I want to point people towards campusprotein.com. And where else should we point people towards online so they make sure to check it out?
Yeah, you can check out campusprotein.com. You can check out our Instagram. It's just @campusprotein. There's always awesome content going up there. And then our Snapchat, we usually have a different rep at a different university taking it over every single day. And again, that's just Campus Protein on Snapchat.
Yeah. So before I ask the last question, I want to ask, what did we miss with the story? What did we not cover that'd be important to talk about? Because I want to say my best question for last. So
yeah, I think for us, it's an interesting dynamic, and it's something really cool and really special that me and my two business partners feel, excuse me, really lucky to have. Is, not many people get to do what they love, be super passionate about it, and on top of all that, get to go to work every day with their friends.
Yeah.
And that's something that we get to do every single day, and it's an absolute pleasure. And we've all learned a lot from each other, and we complement each other really well.
You all go into the Manhattan office, or?
Correct. Yeah. We're all in the Manhattan office.
So what's a typical day like?
Every day, honestly, every day is different, and although we all still wear a ton of hats, and for us, it's always kind of good to know what's going on in different facets of the business, and we'll kind of be on top of everything all the time. But that experience has been absolutely incredible for all of us. So it's something really special, and we feel really lucky.
How do you guys solve disagreements? Not like major disagreements, but if you have three people and you need to make a big decision, how do you?
We've gotten to the point where, look, with any business and any partnership, you've got to have a lot of trust, and I think we all really trust each other, and that's something that's really important. And you have to know what your strengths are, know what you're good at, and not really let your ego get in the way. So for us, I think we've done as good of a job as we can of knowing what we're good at, and we're all good at different things. So thankfully it worked out that way. And some of the best arguments, some of the arguments we have end up being the best ideas,
right?
Because
yeah, like what? Give me an example. Yeah, where you challenged each other and something. What came of it? Because this is interesting. Because this is true. Yeah.
I can't think of a big thing right now, but I'll definitely get back to you on it. There's been plenty of things where there have been some disagreements, and then we're like, wow, this has been the greatest idea
You
ever.
Flushed it out.
Yeah, and ends up really working out well. And let me get back to you on
Does
that.
it tend to be a certain category, like a new product, or more on the technology, or more operations? Is there like a trend there with where you guys get passionate with each other?
We each definitely have our areas that we're more passionate about, for sure. And we're, everyone's, we all have a consistent view on campus protein, but we all kind of have different ideas to attribute to that consistent view.
Yeah.
So,
Russell, first of all, thank you. I love the story. I love doing the research for the campus protein, and what you've created is amazing. With the sales reps and the company, and just grinding, because it just had to be. It's a journey to get there, and a lot of risk also. It was fun. It's been fun. My last question is about a fun fact that we were talking about in the beginning. And when I asked you what a fun fact that most people don't know about you is that you have a love for magic.
Huge love for magic.
So what do you mean?
So
I also do. So yeah.
Okay.
I was interested. I didn't want you to tell me anything else in the beginning. I was like, just tell me where that comes from. Yeah.
So my grandpa actually got me into magic when I was younger, and it was just one of those things I stuck with. I loved it.
You perform it.
I'd perform it, absolutely. Yeah, wow. I'd perform it. When I was younger, I was performing at like bar mitzvahs during like cocktail hours,
really?
Stuff like that.
You were a paid professional.
Not paid a lot, but I was paid. But for me, I obviously didn't stick with it. But when I was in college, I did a lot of magic when I was in college.
You did?
And it kind of came out of nowhere. I remember doing some trick to someone. I thought it was really cool. And like, oh my God, did you know that Russ could do magic? And I showed a bunch of people. And my fraternity ended up voting me to do this college-wide talent show.
Really?
And it was this magic trick called Metamorphosis, where a guy and a girl switches places. It's a box. Someone put it up on YouTube.
Is it up on YouTube?
Yeah, it's up on YouTube.
I'm gonna
somewhere.
post it in the notes of this interview. What's it called? Do you remember? If I look up Russell Sachs like metamorphosis, will it come up?
You might be able to get it that way. I don't know. Somebody threw it up there, but it was in front of it was one of the scariest moments of my life, because I'm like, if I screw this trick up, I am literally the laughing stock of this school. So yeah, it was fun.
So what's another favorite go-to trick for you?
Card tricks are always easy. I do this one trick that's one of my favorites, where I rip off a piece of, you select a card, we rip off a corner of the card, and I give you that corner. And we look in the fridge, and for example, last time I did this trick was a Snapple bottle. We take your card, the corner's ripped off, it goes back in the deck, we shuffle it up, we say some magic words, the card disappears entirely from the deck, we go through every single card that's not in there.
That's
we
amazing.
take this, and this past trick, this last time I did it was a Snapple bottle, we take it out, brand new sealed Snapple bottle, you can hear the pop and everything, we pour out the Snapple, inside's a card with a missing corner.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
That's
really cool.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
do you have a video of that?
That I don't have.
You don't?
No.
That
I'm not a big promoter of myself doing magic. It's just by coincidence that
there should be a page on Campus Protein that is labeled Russell's Magic, and I guarantee you that's going to go wild. Do you have a favorite magician these days?
I love David Copperfield.
Copperfield?
Yeah, I always love David Copperfield.
Well, I'm going to definitely find that video and make sure it's on this post. That is awesome. And Russell, just thank you. I appreciate your time, and everyone should check out campusprotein.com. It's been great.
Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
What I got, you can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sailing right now.